What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk to you about NIO. Market just closed roughly 30 seconds ago. I want to give you an overview of what happened, latest updates, and everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So NIO did close in the green, 1.34%, largely just piggybacking off of the broader market. And the market was largely reacting to Micron's earnings, which were on point. And so that essentially kind of saved the market a little bit, plus CPI. So CPI is kind of moving a lot of the broader market higher. So NIO is getting influenced by algorithmic trading. And you can kind of tell that based on this right here. So only one transaction occurring on the secondary market above $100,000, and it was only $131,000. So big money wasn't really doing all that much today. So it was getting, again, moved through algorithmic trading. We did have fairly low volume, again, 17.3 million, and then 50 is the average. For those of you that are wondering, this is something I've brought up time and time again, is there is a more of a liquidity pinch that is occurring, and that is because of the big event that is going to be happening tonight, and that is Bank of Japan interest rate. And so there's a consensus of a 25 basis point hike, and I think there's a anticipation that there's going to be more coming until it does hit the 3 to 3.5%. So that's going to cause pretty much a lot of volatile times in the bond market initially, and then that is going to trickle down to equities. So just be somewhat aware of that. No official news from NIO, no SEC filings, although NIO did put out one thing, so most likely this did attribute to NIO kind of moving higher, because algorithmic trading loves NIO putting out milestones, launches, and things along those lines. And this one right here, so the all new NIO ES8 hit 30,000 deliveries today, just 89 days after the first one went out. Pretty good stuff. Again, one of many milestones, and hopefully there's going to be more coming in the next couple of weeks as Q4 does pretty much come to an end. So we'll have to wait and see how that does all play out. Regarding shorts, they did increase 179,000 shares. 7.69% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 156 million shares overall being shorted. So first thing, shorts were actually trying to hit it hard. So they did increase at the peak, roughly around 2 million shares, give or take. So they were trying their best, but clearly doesn't matter what institutions do, doesn't matter what shorts do, kind of. The biggest thing in the market right now is algorithmic trading. So again, the fact that shorts were kind of increasing about 2-3 million shares, they do make up for a good chunk of the volume. So again, something just to keep in mind. Looking at the options, 1.08 million in calls, 534,000 in puts. 60% of all the options being done were bullish in nature. From a bull standpoint, you see a consensus for it to be above 5, bears for it to be sub 5. So clearly that's going to be a big pivot for tomorrow. And right now with today Thursday, tomorrow Friday, this is the open interest. So you have 11,000 at that $5 strike price, 35 or 34,000 at the 550, and then I'm pretty sure it's fair to assume $6 and above isn't necessarily going to be on the table. So tomorrow, big deal, it's going to be that $5 mark. These are some of the transactions that did occur on the dark pool above $100,000. So nothing too crazy. Again, it kind of matches with just shorts doing what they did today. But nothing overly special. So no hedge funds were really doing too much with NIO. Aside from that though, with it closing at 493, it is trading right above this pivot point. So, this S1. So 492 is going to be a strong support. And conveniently, that's kind of what it bounced off of for the low today. So that is going to be a strong support. 506 is going to be the next strong target / resistance, and that wasn't really touched. So tomorrow, two things to really watch for is that 492, that support level to hold, and then that $5 range. That'll be a pretty good opportunity to hopefully move higher, and then you'll have a lot of 11,000 in the money options. Aside from all of that fun stuff on the actual chart, still not looking too great. Luckily enough, I think just the broader market was really pushing a lot of things higher. And then plus with that big milestone announcement, NIO was kind of moving higher because of that. But technically, this doesn't look all too great whatsoever. And the fact that we're seeing a lot of kind of buys behind the scenes and it's actually holding up is causing the stochastic RSI to be at 77. So arguably overbought, as crazy as that sounds. But what that does mean is the first sign of weakness we could see some consolidation, and we have a big data point coming out this evening that could really kind of pop that bubble. So don't be surprised if we see a lot of crazy volatile times ahead. But a couple points as well to watch for. It is below both that 200 and also 10-day moving averages. So the 10-day moving average sitting at 501, and then the 200 is sitting at 506. So kind of just watch for those. From the flow right here, you see a lot of algorithmic trading, so a lot of the smaller transactions. So that again is just AI doing its thing. There really wasn't all that much in articles, no new analyst ratings. So most likely pretty much from now up until the end of the year, don't anticipate anything crazy in my opinion. So let me know your thoughts on NIO. Are you guys enjoying the, I don't know how to, maybe boring days where it's just been kind of trading within a set range, or like, do you like the more volatile times more? I know some people might like it for day trading and swing trading, but even technically, I'm probably not that crazy of swings, but you can still make some good money. Just it's trading within this pivot and this S1 for the last little bit. So just kind of watch for these. So if you're wanting to dollar cost average swing trade, just watch for 492 and then 484 followed by 470 as kind of support levels. So let me know your thoughts on NIO. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon if you're looking for some solid buy signals on stocks, options, crypto. Put out daily day trades, numerous swing trades, worthwhile to pop over there and check that out. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.